In this video, I'll show you music producers how I make a full funk song like ACELERADA. You'll see exactly how I handle sound selection, melodies, and song structure to create a track like this. I'm Dogeda, music dog with millions of streams across many platforms, and in this studio session, I'll be breaking it all down for you. So grab your computer, open your DAW, and let's get started.
Yes, sir.
Here are the 11 important sounds that are used in the track. I started with this one-shot sample named Jogo. I added some EQ and lowered it around 100 Hz, add echo to give some delay and more reverb to make it sound washed out. Then I added another one-shot called Deliciosa for the main lead sound, and another for the chords. I have a sub bass drop with a lot of saturation, acid bass, this reverse one-shot sound, an arpeggiator, another reverse sound, kick, and this gunshot. Some of the sounds are made using Serum 2, like the main synth and chords. This sound is really simple to make. All you take is a sawtooth wavetable like this, put the sustain all the way down, then automate the level of the oscillator using the envelope, and add a little bit of filter to cut off some high frequencies. That's it. The sub bass is also Serum 2. It's pretty much a sine wave running through some distortion at 100% and then an EQ to filter out the unnecessary harmonics. The acid bass uses the acid wavetable and then an envelope which automates the wavetable position, level, and the cutoff on the filter. There's a bit of resonance to give it that bouncy quality to the sound. This reverse sound effect is rendered from the Jogo lead, but in reverse. This arpeggiator uses a one-shot sound called Joelada, which has a bit of EQ and echo delay. Then I bounced and reversed it for this sound. I know sound design can be complex and confusing, so I created this sample vault collection called Bagunça. It contains 9 complete sample packs that cover all the sounds you need to make PHONK. So if you're a music producer that doesn't want to waste time sound designing or browsing through sounds you don't have, start leveling up your song by going to dogedastudio.com. Link in descriptions. Before I go over my track, I'll be breaking down the chord progression. Here is the chord progression of ACELERADA. The key of the song is in F harmonic minor. Looking at this chord progression, the song has a deceptive cadence with an interrupted progression. The song starts with the tonic chord, F minor, to then the dominant chord, C major. To the listener's ear, they are expecting a resolution to the tonic, F minor. However, it deceives them by using the submedian chord, B flat minor. Then it is interrupted with using the leading tone chord, E fully diminished, which is an unstable chord, making the entire progression unresolved. This gives it a lack of finality, making it easier to loop. Now I'm going to break down my song Tunu. This song is in the key of E minor. This chord progression is using a half cadence. What makes it half is the subdominant chord, A minor, only resolves to the dominant chord, B major, which is only halfway of the scale degree. If you music producers are finding this video helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more breakdown videos like this. Here's a short section of my song Tunu. Listen very carefully how I utilize the sounds and the theory for this track. So I start with a simple down to the floor kick. Then I have the chords. Now the sub bass comes in. On the 4th beat, there's a sub bass drop which the gunshot also plays to emphasize that impact. Hearing it without it sounds very weak, but with it, you can feel that energy. The melody comes in. And it has pitch bends on certain notes to create subtle slide effects. And the extra sound effects come in to give variation to the track. Another thing that is giving this track that pumping feel is the sidechain. I'm using duck for the sidechain, and I have it shaped like an upward hill. Now I'll be going over my entire song, Tunun. There are 9 sections in this song, so you don't want to miss this. So starting off with the intro, the vocals start as the chords play a sustain note, then it builds up to the chorus. Now we're in chorus 1. So I'm going to take a little pause here and go back to the intro to show you producers how I made this build-up effect. I'm using a plugin called Endless Smile, which is essentially a washout effect plugin. Also, when the chorus comes, I have 2 vocalists, male and female. I also added a track beneath them on their last phrases where I put a lot of echo delay. Now we are in the verse, and the female vocalist takes the lead. And in the sidechain group, I have this filter doing this automation to create that sort of rise effect. Now chorus 2, similar to chorus 1, but with more variation. I'll take another pause again to show what the vocals are doing here. So the male vocal starts and there's a couple of these vocal effects. All of them were bounced through effects chains like this down effect. This reverse vocal was a phrase from the male vocal with a lot of reverb, as well as the other vocal effect. I have this higher vi sound where the male vocal says vi. Then in the second part of the chorus too, you have the male and female vocal rapping together, like they're having a conversation. Another thing is, in the acid bass track, there's this pan bass line. All I'm doing is using a utility and automating the balance now. This is a way to create width in a mix that's pretty mono throughout the entire song. Verse 2 comes in, just like verse 1, but now it's shorter. Now we are in chorus 3. I'll take another pause here again, because you'll notice that the chord progression sounds different. That's because I've now changed the chord progression. I did this so the track doesn't sound repetitive. Also, the male and female vocals are panned left and right to really emphasize that call and response feel. I also have this new melody that plays. Now the drop hits. I'll take another pause again to go over the new changes on this part. I've changed the sawtooth chords to this one-shot sample called Mata. I now have these bass shots playing the bass line. I have this pluck melody playing in the background. I've also changed the drum beat. The siren sound. And I also added these subtle ad-libs to fill in the drop. Now we're at the outro. And that's it. Again, all the sounds come straight from my sample vault collection Bagunsa. No need to sound design or browse through thousands of folders to find one sound. Start leveling up your song by going to dogedastudio.com. You can listen to my song Tunun by clicking on this video or watch how I make funk like Matagem Janada right here.